services, and that can add up to big money, which we'll show you. And I do more affiliate marketing with the free traffic that I get in. So it seems like some people actually want to see your PayPal account while I kind of introduce our story, if that works for you. So Greg's gonna log into his PayPal account. I'll get into some of my numbers a little bit later on, but we want y'all be able to see who you're working with here, not because we're real impressed with ourselves or anything like that, but just because I think it's important for you to know, like internet marketing is such a miracle. You really can just get tons of visitors to your website free, and make a bundle of money. A lot of people want to know from me. They want to know if people really are making money online. And the reality is that there are a lot of people who are making, I know dozens of people that are making 5 figures a month, and I know hundreds of people that are making about half that. And as you're about to see, me and Greg, we're actually in a little bit more of a rare category where we're making $100,000 or more per month with free traffic. And again, I want to point out this is without affiliates. This is not affiliate stuff. This is not doing some big launch. This is just ordinary. A lot of the months that Greg's showing you are before Greg and I even had, we started a little tiny internet marketing brand just to kind of blow the lid off of some of what we're doing. It's called OMG Machines, and we're real proud of it, but it didn't start until September. So all these numbers that you're seeing are well before that. So this had nothing to do with any kind of anything other than just getting free traffic to websites and making money off of it. And I do want you to know at the end of this event, towards the end of this event, if I don't say something about this, then people typically get like a little bit nervous. We'll get about 45 minutes or an hour into the event, and we'll have people checking their bank balances to see if they've got $1,000 or $5,000 or something like that free for some big expensive offer. And then we also have people that get nervous that we're just going to share a bunch of websites and a bunch of top stuff with them, and then blow this joint and take off without giving you a full and comprehensive step-by-step system. And we're not going to do either of those things. We actually do have an extremely wallet-friendly offer that you'll be able to look over. It's something very accessible that you will be able to afford. This is just from the first couple weeks of December, by the way. If you got distressed by the low number, it's a mere what is it, $64,000. Anyways, if that's enough for you, we'll just get back to the event. Now, I want to give you a little bit of a background on me and Greg. Neither of us was born into I don't know, born into riches. I don't know if anybody really is, but we certainly weren't. I grew up in half trailer park, half low-income housing. Unfortunately, a lot of violence. When I was growing up, one of my really dear friends was killed in a drive-by shooting when I was in high school, and I've really struggled financially for a long time until I stumbled across getting free traffic from Google, and that's really what changed the gravy recipe for me. And likewise, Greg, just over about a year ago today, Greg was waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning every morning to go to a crummy day job that he didn't really like very much. And he was a dealer at a casino in Delaware. And if you watch these gangster movies, it may look like being a dealer is a real glamorous job, but it turns out it's kind of rotten, especially at the real late night shift where people maybe have one too many drinks and maybe feeling a little down on their luck, and might not be the most polite of people in the world. And to make matters a little more complicated, Greg was living in gang territory. He's living in a really rough part of town in one of the most dangerous cities in America, and he found out that he had a son on the way. The third little handsome fellow who's yet to be introduced on this event, one on Greg's shoulders there. And Greg really realized, he really had a soul-searching moment. He realized he didn't want to raise his son living where he was living and really struggling with a tough job, living kind of hand to mouth. And I don't know, maybe our stories are a tiny bit more dramatic or a tiny bit different than what your story is, but let us know if you can kind of relate to that. I don't know. Maybe you have maybe not quite as extreme of a scenario, but I think that most people kind of feel like they want to know that that you can make money online, that it's really possible, and B, you certainly don't probably don't feel like everything in the world's been handed to you on a silver platter. But anyways, and somebody's already asking me, will this work with CPA offers? Yes, it will work with CPA offers. Anything that has to do with free traffic, we insist that you use it for ethical purposes. But anything that works with free traffic works here. And anyways, to make a long story short, Greg really realized that he wanted to change his fortunes, and he had about $1,000 in the bank. He spent about $500 of that to buy an introductory SEO product, introductory free traffic product that I had out. And this was a little bit over a year ago, and he just went completely ballistic. He went nuts with it. And he did really turn his fortunes around. As you saw the numbers. And at this point, again, Greg and I are both, making over $100,000 a month. Our businesses are over $100,000 a month. And we're real grateful for that. And we decided to kind of come out from behind the scenes. We're not gurus. We're just ordinary guys. And we decided to come out from behind the scenes and kind of share what we're doing, because it's really effective, and it's more and more effective. It's kind of scary how things have changed with Google, but it's really back to the days where the big SEO firms, they're going out of businesses. They're going out of business. There's an incredible amount of opportunity available in your local market to make money as you're selling to local businesses in your area, like dentists and doctors and lawyers. And there's an incredible amount of money in the affiliate marketing marketplace as well. So, Greg, can you pull up that dinner napkin? Now, Greg's a real grateful, ordinary guy. He actually invited me over to his house for a slice of pizza and to sit down and talk when he first started having some serious success. And boy, I think this was when he was right around the $400,000 mark, and we kind of sat down, and Greg spelled out what he was doing, how he had kind of taken a special tweak on what I put together. And it was so simple, it could have fit on this dinner napkin. So I went ahead and just kind of drew this up with Photoshop or whatever to kind of explain to y'all what's going on. It may look like there's a lot of arrows and stuff going here and there, but I think I can make this real simple for you. Step one is what we call SEO, search engine optimization, which is getting free visitors from Google to our websites. But then I crossed out search engine optimization because we really don't stop there. We really go for what we call search engine domination. OMG machine style, and I call it OMG. I actually call Greg the one-man gang. That stands for OMG, one-man gang, and it's because when I came over to his place, I was expecting him to have like a secretary and a receptionist and a tech guy and a web guy and a accountant and all this stuff, someone to get me a latte and maybe a right-hand man, and it turned out that he didn't have any of that stuff. He just works from his couch wearing gym shorts and a T-shirt and a laptop, and so I call them the one-man gang. And we call these sites that we create, they're real simple sites. They take maybe somewhere between an hour and 4 hours to put up, or you can even do it without a website, without hosting, even 100% free, with no fees at all. But we call them OMG machines because they're like little self-funding ATM machines. That's how we think of them, and we're real proud of them. That who here thinks there's no right answer to this question. Let me ask you a question. I'd like to get a lot of responses on this. I'm very curious. If you got 1,000 visitors a month to your website, or even thousands of visitors a month to your website, then do you think that you could start making money? And again, there's no right answer to that. If you still feel like you'd be blocked, I want to know, or if you feel like it might be 50-50 if you're not sure. But I genuinely want to know. I'm genuinely curious. We have a lot of people on here. Tony says yes. Wayne says yes. Let's see, yes I do, says John. Sure, says Barry. Say says I think I can. I think you can. All right. Rick says yes if the offer's good, so he's already kind of starting to connect the dots. Murray says I would certainly hope so. All right, he's got a lot of confidence. Barbara said I'm not sure. I'm pretty discouraged right now. Barbara, I really feel you. I hear from people all the time that are feeling like a little bit discouraged, and so that's important to us as well. Now, Mike says, if I could convert them, yes. Well, I want to get into a couple conversion examples then. That's a real good answer, Mike, because, one of the things that we've learned, part of our hack that we've come across has to do with just the fact that on the Internet, more and more nowadays, everything is connected. Everything is connected. And And because of that, if you can get free traffic, most people are stopped. Most people are at a full stop when it comes to free traffic and getting visitors to their website. But if that was cleared up, and then if somebody could show you how everything was connected and help you connect all the dots, then we're so confident that you can make tons and tons of money. We've helped lots and lots of other people make tons and tons of money, and we know you can too. And in fact, just the day before yesterday, we actually, if this isn't the goofiest sounding niche in the world, I think it's kind of cool actually, but one of our members revealed to us, his name is Steven Saunders, and he revealed to us, can you pull up this website, Greg? I just love this website.
Sure.
Normally I wouldn't start with it, but I think this is so cool. You guys tell me in the audience if you think this is cool, because we have so many great responses and stuff like that here. Everyone's providing a lot of good feedback. Sandy says, connect me, baby, please. This website.
And by the way, before you go on, Mike, I just want to let everyone know we're going to be providing you guys with tons of example websites, and I'm also going to get into how we're ranking all of these and how we get clients and all kinds of good stuff for example. So I just wanted to make sure you guys knew that.
Yeah, we don't have any PowerPoints or nothing like that. We just go by things that you can look up yourself or log into our back office and let you see our stats or whatever. We like to be real transparent. So let me get some guesses from the audience. How much money per month do you think this site makes? Or how much money per week even? How much money per week do you think that this site, the Sanders musiccompany.com makes? Let's get some guesses. This is an OMG Machines member who's a very proud, let's see, Mike says $2,000 a month. All right, that's a good guess. Jim says $5,000. Jim's impressed. Den, the Godfather, says $10. So he doesn't Den doesn't think much of this site. Greg, do you want to show a couple of the terms that maybe to help people zero in on things? A couple of the keywords that this site ranks for. It's just kind of fun. And let us know if you think this is fun. Debbie says $5,000. Let's see. Nick, I'm not sure what that means. What PM means.
He's got 2 listings here for gospel tracks. I believe he's
gospel tracks.
6, so.
Does that sound like a lot of money to you? Gospel tracks. Sandy says no idea. It's killing her. Nick says per month. Okay, great. All right. The answer, we got a lot of great guesses. Some people got real close. The answer is $2,000 per week. $2,000 per week that one little website's making, and it's just growing and growing. He's actually adding on more and more keywords that he's ranking for. Gary's like, what? Gary is shocked. So that's great. But yeah, it does. It makes $8,000 a month, and it's actually just blowing up. It's getting more and more and more. And Rick says, so we don't need exact match domains. Good. Yeah, I got to tell you, you can do it either way, Rick. Sorry, Gary.
Exact match domains really can help you, though. I'm going to cover that in pretty good detail.
Yeah, we'll definitely get right into that. So let's go back to that napkin diagram, and I'll kind of finish walking you through things. I asked you if you felt like if you had thousands or 1,000 or more visitors per month to your website, if you think you can make some good money, then could you make some money? And Sandy wants to know, how is this different than BTF? How is it different than Bring the Fresh? Actually, Greg started with Bring the Fresh, and this is sort of like I don't know how you put it. Maybe like a bit of a sequel or a bit of a is something that's really extraordinary. We do have a lot of Bring the Fresh members who've come over and been real excited. Actually, Stephen, whose site that you looked at there, got his very beginning start with Bring the Fresh, but really went over the top with OMG. So anyways, so step 2 is healthy paychecks from affiliate offers. Somebody asked about CPA early, and you can do it with CPA or with local clients. And what we mean by local clients is doing search engine optimization for your dentist or local lawyer, or could be a chiropractor, could be wedding photographer. We actually had a guy contact us recently, and he runs a limo service, an airport limo in Buffalo. And his business is off $100,000 this year, $100,000 from last year, because he was working with a local SEO firm, and they cannot get him ranked. They just can't get his website ranked anymore. And Google has really been hunting down. They have really been hunting down these local SEO firms and really been wiping them out. And that is leaving the playing field like empty as can be for ordinary folks like you, me, and Greg. And so there's a real local gold mine. And this is going to work both for, what we're going to show you is going to work both for affiliate offers / CPA / your own product, any of those things, kind of online business stuff, affiliate offers, or it's going to work offline if you want to do clients. So it's really important to know. And I kind of taped a ClickBank paycheck there to kind of give you an idea of an example. We start new ClickBank sites all the time. I'll show you a new one in a second. So anyways, from there it goes to decision time. From step 2, it goes to decision time. And here's where we want to know, are you more of a decision A person or more of a decision B person? So decision A is a few $1,000s per month is A-okay with me. I'm going to relax. Or decision B is to choose to scale up and become a player in your niche. And this is what Greg and I have done. We both use that we both use that SEO traffic to become more and more of a player in our niche. For me, I've built $1 million businesses in the game niche, in the relationship advice niche, which I'll show you a site in just a second, and in the online marketing niche. And now I'm doing more and more with gold. So is Greg, actually. Greg makes most of his money. He scaled up and just took on more and more clients. And now Greg is almost what you'd think of as a pretty large scale. He's essentially like a pretty large scale advertising agency, except he's just one guy in his gym shorts on his couch with a laptop instead of what you normally think with an advertising agency. So and that winds up being a lot of money for each of us. Let me ask you, do you see yourself as being more of a decision A type person or more of a decision B type person? Do you think that you're more of a kind of person where, and again, there's no right answer to this, we just genuinely want to know what you think. Sandy says B, 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 B. Tony and Jim both say A. Den says A+, so he's kind of leaving the door open. Brian, Barry, and Steve say B. Barbara is more of a type A person. B, A, B. All right, we got right around 50-50. Well, let me show you a couple of affiliate site examples. And an affiliate site is where we're getting traffic to our website, and we're sending that traffic to other people's offers, and then we're collecting a commission whenever a sale is made. And so Greg is going to type in mystery method into Google, and this is kind of a goofy, off-the-wall keyword term, and there my site is #1, themysterymethod.net. And as Greg clicks on the site, this is about as goofy as it gets. The purpose of this site is to just generate an email list, and then I mail that list with affiliate offers. So people fill in their name and email address. And I'm getting nowadays, it's the kind of thing where somebody who's just kind of thinking about what's going on, and they're thinking about sparking a relationship. Maybe they're at home on a Thursday night and thinking to themselves, boy, I wish I had a date. I wish I had somebody special I could meet, and they might come over to the site and sign up and maybe buy an affiliate offer. Maybe buy somebody's ebook or training course or something like that. And I actually just started up a brand new ClickBank account for this site a couple weeks ago. Greg, I gave you the login information. Do you happen to have that available? All right, here it is. So it's a real small scale. This is decision A type stuff, small potatoes, right? Not huge money, although it adds up. It adds up. Actually, one of the nifty things, Greg, if you click in on the numbers here.
Someone asked if it was a WordPress site, and I believe it is WordPress, right, Mike?
It is WordPress, and we're actually going to show you a pretty nifty conversion test result. So yeah, gotten paid about $2,800 so far. Looks like we got around $3,900 in orders. And the cool things about this, is just a little minor thing, but again, I'm a kind of a set it and forget it person. One of the things that you'll notice is, first of all, there's very few refunds, and second of all, there's just tons and tons of rebills. So there's sale-RB means that money comes in every single month, which is really, really cool. So really it actually adds up to a pretty decent amount of money. This site will probably make around $6,000 this month, which I think is pretty good money. I think that's pretty good set it and forget it money. And I want to take you inside of a test result. And by the way, this site really is set it and forget it. Greg, can you show them when the last post I made on this site was?
Sure.
Or the last, yeah, there we go. It's pretty funny. I haven't touched it since May 4th of 2010. So it just sits along, chugging along, and
at 7:03 a.m.
At 7:03 a.m. no less. That's great. Knowing me, I think that was me staying up all night and not me being up early. But anyways, Greg's going to go to something called archive.org, and I don't know if you've ever seen this before, but this is called the Wayback Machine. Sandy wants to know how big is your site? It's just 5 pages, Sandy. It's just 5 pages, and we're going to show you a bunch of other sites like this.
And I think Mike's being a little. This site's actually done you over $1 million in sales, hasn't it, Mike, in the course of its life?
Oh yeah, over time, yeah. But I mean, again, it just more like trickle in money, just over time, and it just it just kind of just keeps going and going. Some months are great, some months are it's a few $1,000, but it's definitely.
I think it's important for people to know though, like this is a pretty simple site, and I know very little about building sites. I just use WordPress, which is point and click. I still don't know much HTML, so you don't need to be like really good at HTML or designing sites. It's pretty simple as far as the design goes.
Yeah, and Sandy asked a great question. Sandy wants to know what the theme is, and she says it's cool. Well, I'm actually going to take you. It's funny that you mentioned that. So this is the old theme of the site, and it's called Comment Central. It's a free theme. It's the theme I used to have on this site, and I switched over to this new theme here. You see, and this new theme is called Mantra. Okay, and I'm going to type that into the. Hugh, do I have your permission to kind of let people know about this theme? Is that okay with you? I don't know if Hugh's probably muted right now. He's like fumbling around with his microphone. Okay. Well,
hey Mike, someone wants to know how many.
Sorry, what's up? What do you need?
Oh, I just wanted to know if I could have your permission to share the name of a free theme with folks on this event, a free WordPress theme that they could then use on their sites if they wanted to.
I would not stand in the way of such information, please.
Okay. All right. Sounds great. So I'm going to share. It's called Mantra, and I posted that to everyone in the chat box. And so what happened was I switched over from Comment Central to Mantra, and more than tripled the results that this website was getting. So it went from collecting about 15 emails a day to collecting around 50 a day, just with that one switch. And just so you know, graphics design-wise, I did all this myself, and it was about a half an hour. It took me about 1/2 hour to do. It was real simple, and actually, if you wind up joining us, if you all wind up liking the way that we look and make websites look, I actually show people exactly how it is.
Sandy wants to know how many pages were on this site or how many posts.
It looks like I think it's just the 5. It's just 5, right? And then
okay.
And then
so the main post and then 5, so like 6 probably.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, great. So then, this is Mantra, and it's a free theme, and it's one of the things that we really like, and it kind of has cool action to it. And so now you have a kind of a test result in your pocket, and that's a little value point for this event. And by the way, actually that does help this site's SEO, because the more people are interacting with it, the longer people are staying on my site, and instead of actually performing an action like opting in, for my mailing list, so I can send them nice information and some affiliate offers and so forth. Then Google actually, and Greg will get into that a little bit more. But the more people use your site, the more we get kind of bonus points and brownie points from Google, and it ranks our site much higher. And this site actually ranks for a lot of keywords. Is a little bit of the secret behind things. Now, Greg, we're going to now take you. This is a relationship, a really tiny part of the gigantic relationship at Vice Market. Greg is going to take you into another market. And I don't know if you guys have heard of this market. Just type in and let me know if you've heard of this. There's this yellow stuff, and sometimes people use it. It's pretty cool. They use it in some inventions, and sometimes even a little bit in jewelry and stuff like that. But it's been around for a little while, because people want to know are all the niches taken? Are all the keywords taken? Do you have to go into a new niche, or can you take an old niche? Has anyone ever heard of something called gold? It's spelled G-O-L-D. I'll type it in just in case you don't know what that is. Just let me know if you've heard of gold. Let's see. Nope. Sandy says never. Nope. No one's ever heard of gold. Okay. Well, gold is this object, and it. Mary Louise actually gave me a duh. All right.
Mike's joking, obviously.
Yeah, obviously we know everyone here knows about gold. And gold nowadays is $1,700 an ounce, something that we know about. So, Greg, can you take everyone inside of one or two of your gold sites?
Yeah, definitely. So let's go over to goldirainvest.com. And this is what the site looks like. Basically how this works, how I make money with this, is someone calls this phone number here, or if they fill out this form and end up investing in gold, then I make a commission from their investment. And this is a very valuable site because the types of keywords it ranks for are really valuable. You know, stuff like gold IRA, this is when people are taking, you know, entire retirement accounts or, you know, entire savings accounts or, you know, 401ks, and they're rolling them over to an IRA. You know, I've had people buy gold through my site where they spent 6 figures. So, and I know other affiliates have people who have even spent 7 figures, which is, you know, $30,000+ payday for one single sale. So let's go over to Google, and I'll just show you the types of keywords that this ranks for. And I'll actually kind of get into search engine domination here. So this is the most competitive term in this entire market, and I have a website right here. This is also my website at number 2, and then I'm also number 4 for the site you just saw. All right, I'll do a couple more of these keywords. Another big one is invest in gold. That's a really huge keyword there. Number 7 right here for that. I'll do a couple more here. Gold IRA investing. And this is where we really get into search engine domination, and that's basically when you find a keyword that works and you start ranking multiple positions for it. So if we scroll down here, you know, I'm not just ranked number 1, number 2, and number 3. I'm also ranked number 4. So, you know, I have the top 4 spots. And for those of you who don't know much about SEO, the top spot gets about 45% of the clicks. The second spot gets about 22%. Third gets around 15%. So just in these 3 right here, that's about 75% of the traffic I'm going to get. And then I also have a backup here at number 4. Okay, so let's go ahead and do one more. We'll do gold IRA investment. And again, same thing here. We're ranked number 1. We're ranked number 2. We're ranked number 3. We're not number 4, but we are number 5. Okay, so 4 of the top 5 spots for that one. So these are the types of keywords it ranks for. And if you notice the people above me, these people up here, these are all ads. You know, for you beginners, these people pay per click. Also, these people to the right, these are all pay-per-click advertisers. Each time someone clicks on their ad, they are charged a certain amount per click. And we can actually go over to the Google keyword tool, which I forgot to bring up. And we're going to check out how much people pay for these types of keywords. Sorry, Mike.
Yeah, and John's asking, he said that site also looks like a WordPress site. Almost all the sites that we're going to show you, WordPress is one of the real miracles of internet marketing. It just makes it so gosh dang easy to make a really great looking site, especially if you just know a thing or two, and it makes it so easy to install it, and it really gets a great advantage. You know, WordPress blogs give you a great advantage when it comes to ranking number 1 on Google, and we try to make it real easy for people. You know, Greg is not a super technical guy at all. Actually, neither am I. But I mean, Greg is so non-technical; he hardly even knows HTML. So Greg, do you want to talk about the keyword value here? I think this is pretty eye-popping.
So first of all, you know, the highest search one is invest in gold. You know, we're on the first page for that, and it gets 74,000 searches a month broad, and then exact match 8,100. And so even something like gold IRA gets 3,600 exact. I mean, people are paying $26 per click for that keyword. You know, so anywhere from $10 for invest in gold all the way up to $30 for gold IRA investment. Okay, so you can say out of these keywords that we just showed you, these people here and these people all to the right, on average, they're going to pay about $20 each time someone clicks on their ad. So that kind of gives you an idea of how valuable this traffic is. And this site here that I just showed you, and mixed with my other gold sites that were listed in the things, in September alone, this site did about $500,000 in pending sales. So you know, that should tell you how valuable this traffic is. And I can actually show you the SEO that I did, most of the SEO I did for this site right here on this call, and I'm going to. So we'll definitely get into that. But let's go look at the traffic stats for this site. And I want to get into a little change I made that really helped conversions. You know, we started this in February 2012, and here we are in December. And like I said, September was the biggest month, and I made one big change in that month that really helped the site. From February to August, what's that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months compared to 1 month, and those 7 months did 10 times less than September alone. And let's go over and see the change I made, and that's this video right here, all right? So it's a video that I did where I just, you know, I wanted to get personal with my visitors. I wanted to introduce them to myself. And what I did was I ordered this gold kit, and I went through it myself on camera. You know, I opened up on camera. It wasn't open or anything, and I just went through what was in it. And I showed them, and I said at the end, I just want to make sure that you were aware of what's in here. If it's not for you, move on to the next company. If it is for you, go ahead and make your investment. The next thing I want to do is a case study of me investing with Regal assets and how much they helped me, and just all types of stuff with my actual investing. I think that will bump it up even more. But if we look at the traffic for we can go last month. I mean, 3,000 unique visitors. If we times that times $20 per click. For this same traffic, advertisers are paying $60,000 a month for that traffic. So that just kind of gives you an idea of how valuable a site like this could be. And it's very simple. Like I said, I don't know much about HTML. This is just a word. It's not a free WordPress theme. It's something called Socrates, which was I think it was like $37 or something like that. But you can buy it once and then use it as many times as you want. But all you do is install the theme and just kind of point and click and put your text in. That's as much as I know about HTML for the most part. So.
And just anyone in the audience or Hugh as well, let us know if you're kind of following along with this. There are a couple particular points that I think that people every once in a while get hung up on or confused about. Did everyone understand what Greg was saying about how advertisers are paying about $20 per click for those results? When they're trying to say yes, 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 fine so far, yes, okay, lots of yeses. People seem to grasp these things. And James wants to know, is the gold site an affiliate site? Yeah, actually it is. It's one of the highest quality. Actually, we've been contacted by these people, and they've actually asked us to put together a whole affiliate program for them. They're called Regal Assets. Their owner, Tyler, it's I think around $100 million a year company. And the owner, Tyler, tracked us down when he saw the kind of results that we were having with things, and asked us to help him put together a whole affiliate program surrounding the site or surrounding Regal Assets. And so these sites, the site here that you see is actually an affiliate for Regal Assets. And what happens is visitors fill in their name and phone number, and they get contacted about whether they want one of these introduction packages into gold, and talking about the value of gold and why to invest with Regal. Regal's got some really great points to it. Ordinarily, it takes anywhere from 6 to 8 weeks to roll over someone's IRA into gold, to move their, just with all the legal stuff going on with it and so forth, to move an individual retirement account into gold. And Regal can do it in as little as 2 days. And they've got a lot of other stuff. And so this is kind of again a set it and forget it style site. Greg just puts it out here, and Regal makes the conversions. But we're going to kind of wrap up talking about affiliate marketing here. We're going to move on to local in just a minute. But sometimes I get the sense, sometimes people really get what it is that we're showing them, and sometimes they just think, oh, ho hum, that's just no big deal. And I'm just kind of curious, because again, Greg and I, we're underground guys. We're not like these big gurus that are out on the mountaintop or something like that. Is this making sense to you? Like at this point of the event, we've been going on for about 45 minutes here. We've shown you a few examples. We've shown you actually. Let me post the some of the stats for this site and the earnings. Greg, I actually just clicked it into the chat box, but people can open that up, that image up, and you can see the actual earnings that this site brought in. And you can see that this is when it was number 4 and number 5 a few weeks back. I've got it listed as it was number 4 and number 5 a few weeks back, and now it's actually it's dancing between number 1 and number 2. You can see that looks like there was right around a $50,000 investment on the 2nd. This is just the first couple weeks in November, and then on the 10th another $30,000 investment, and then on the 13th another $20,000 investment. And again, we're not saying that gold is the only niche you can be in, or relationship advice is the only niche you can be in. What we're saying is, how much money do you think that you could make if you could bend Google to your will? If you could join forces with Google and have Google send thousands of hungry targeted visitors to your websites. I really want to know. I mean, it's important to me. Because obviously Greg and I can be doing other stuff. Hugh can be doing other stuff. If we kind of want to know, do you like this? Is this making sense to you? Is this what you like, and is it good? Or is this kind of like ho hum, middle of the road kind of stuff? You've seen it before, and I just don't know. I'm kind of curious. So Debbie says yes. Sanders says, with offers like Regal Assets, wow. It is key to winning, Graham says. Yeah, baby, Murray says. Brian says, this is great. Yes, awesome. Goran says, good so far. It's a little bit of a challenge to us, Greg. He's trying to, Barry says, brilliant. And Rick says, cool if it's a step-by-step process to wealth. I know what SEO can do. Let's see. I thought there was going to be some sort of demo training. Well, Tony, we're not done yet, but if maybe if you don't feel like this is demonstration or training, maybe there's some place else for you. I don't really know. Like I feel like, not to call you out, but I just wanted to kind of know what you mean by that, because I think that we are demonstrating. Were there a bunch of gurus out there with different sites that were showing you their $100,000 site that did $500,000 in September and another $1 million site in the first 45 minutes? Did that happen for you somewhere else? Because I would love to buy that product. That did happen somewhere else, Tony? Can you tell me where that is so I can go and buy that product? Because I would love to own that product. That would be great. Thank you so much, Tony. I really appreciate that. And these sites, again, as to whether this is simple or not, a lot of these sites that we're showing you, that mystery method site's a 5-page site. That's it. It's 5 pages. There's nothing else going on. It's just 5 pages. It took me altogether a few hours worth of work, and now it just sits there and makes money. By the way, Tony, I'm still waiting for that link on that the other place where people are showing their sites and they're showing people how to have success, because I can't. I got my wallet out. I'm ready to buy that. So now we've shown you a little bit about affiliate marketing, and now we're going to click over and get a little bit into local marketing, and a little bit more into some of the ways that we're actually pulling visitors into this website. For the first part of this event, we wanted to show you what was possible. We wanted to show you some sites that are ranking. We gave you a couple of conversion results, and we told you about Mantra. So we gave you a few things there. Now, Greg, we're going to click over and start getting into local stuff where we have client sites, and also getting into SEO.
Can I ask the audience, do you guys want to know more about the SEO, or do you want to get kind of client site examples and how they're monetized and all that? Would you rather hear about the SEO and know how we're doing it, or actual client example sites and all that? So we got one vote SEO, client sites, SEO. All right, so pretty much all SEO right now. All right, so what I'll do is I'm gonna, I didn't know if I was gonna cover as much SEO, but a lot of people seem to be into that. I didn't know how advanced people on here were, so I'm gonna go into SEO a lot then, and I'll kind of bring that into the client sites, and then we'll go into client getting method, a really powerful client getting method I use and all that. So let's go ahead and start with SEO then. All right, so let me bring up this tab here. All right, so recently there was an update called the Exact Match Domain Update, or the EMD update. It happened at the end of September, beginning of October of this year. And, a lot of people, when that came, they thought the Exact Match domains don't work anymore. And the Exact Match domain, by the way, if we go to Google and we type in, Baton Rouge Architects, this is an exact match domain, okay? I have my main keyword as the domain name. Obviously, this is my site right here, ranked #1 for Baton Rouge Architects, okay? So that's what an exact match domain is. It's when your keyword is your domain name, for those of you who weren't aware of that. So when this update came, a lot of people believed that, they didn't work anymore. But if you kind of step back and look at it from a further perspective, Google can't just make exact match domains not work. It doesn't make sense. A lot of exact match domains are branded domains. They can't have, a company not rank for their company name. It just doesn't make sense. So I have, well over 800 client sites now, and when this update came, very few of my sites dropped, and I was able to kind of compare my data between the very few that did drop and most of the ones that didn't, and I was able to kind of find what this update was about, and not just with exact match domains, but with SEO in general, and what's Google looking for right now. And this is what I found, and for the sites that did drop from this update, I was able to bring all of them but one of them back so far, and the one that's not back yet is on the rise up. So here's what I did. I'm gonna provide some examples too. So let's go over some example sites that actually dropped from this update, and I'm going to show you the changes I made. And remember, this isn't just relevant for exact match domains. This is relevant for all SEO, so I want to make sure you're aware of that. So the first site is a site called Milwaukee Chiropractor. Here's my site right here, again at number 1, okay? Before the exact match update, the EMD update, this site was like number 4, number 5, something like that. And then it dropped to no man's land when the update hit, and then I compared my data, made the changes, and it came back stronger at number 1. And I actually got contacted by a client today for this site. Like, I don't know if David told you that or not. Let's go.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, I felt like there was a couple lessons with that, by the way, on the Milwaukee chiropractors. One is it really shows, like, it's kind of weird because we really aren't trying to sell these sites. Greg himself alone has around 7,000 money keywords that he's on page 1 for, and about 600 keywords where he's at least 5 out of the top 10. So he's like number 1, number 3, number 5, number 7, number 9, and number 10. It's extraordinary. And the thing is that a lot of Greg's sites are client sites, so he really can't show them because his clients wouldn't really like that. You know, he's kind of their unfair advantage. But there are a few clients where we can show their sites, but not really enough where we felt like it was going to be enough for us to teach a training course and to do a webinar, something like this, and really help people see what we're doing and see a number of examples. So Greg actually, when we put together OMG machines, Greg actually put together something like 14 sites or something like that. Greg, is that correct?
15 sites, yeah, 14 or 15, something like that.
And the thing is, we haven't marketed these sites, but we keep getting offers on them. And it's funny because you've heard the old adage, if it's good, it'll sell itself. But actually, that's just kind of the funny.
And this is just, by the way, this is just one of the very few methods of getting clients, is like getting it ranked and then, putting up website for sale or rent. There's plenty of other really powerful ways to get clients, which I'm going to show you in a little while.
Yeah, exactly. But anyways, I just kind of wanted to point out that lesson, the site really can literally sell itself, that it's so good that it can literally sell itself.
Definitely. All right, so here's the second site. Same thing happened. Here's my site at number 1. And by the way, all those 15 example sites, I think all but 1 or 2 of them are number 1, and very little effort put into them. So here's the second site. It dropped when the EMD update came. Before then, it was like number 5. And then when I made my changes and paired the data, it came back stronger at number 1. So let's go into the site and go over these changes so you guys can kind of get an idea of what's going on with SEO for on-page. And then, of course, I'll cover off-page stuff, some really important stuff with anchor text that you have to be aware of in order to rank well these days for long-term. So let's go back to this thing here. So the first thing I did is I used synonyms. I kept my keyword density down by using synonyms, and I also, I'm sorry, this is off-page stuff, but switching anchor text on-page and off-page is also very important right now. Proper internal linking, letting content flow, and using images and video, and I'm going to go over each of these things. So for the synonyms and keeping my keyword density down, what I did is I started with my content. And obviously my main keyword is Seattle real estate agents because that's my domain name. And Google knows that, okay? This is what the update was about. They know people are using these EMDs to rank for the keywords and kind of do it in a way that they don't like, okay? They're kind of like tricking Google to rank for these terms. So what I did was I came in here and I took down the instances of this keyword in my content. So, I would replace real estate agents with realtors. I would switch it around to real estate agents in Seattle, which is called LSI. I would do realtors in Seattle. I would replace Seattle real estate agents with them or they, like placeholder words. And I just brought down the amount of times that I had this keyword in my content. Okay, so that's the first thing I did. The next thing I did is I went and switched around my title. So before, it was good actually. It would help you rank when you had your main keyword, like in this title, in every single title. So I had Seattle real estate agents in every single title on my page. But with this site, I came back and I switched it around. I took it out for this one and replaced it with realtors, which is a synonym. I did the same thing here. I took out Seattle real estate agents and replaced it with realtor. And this one I just took out Seattle and I just left in real estate agent. So I just mixed up my titles, I used synonyms, and I took down the amount of times that I had my main keyword in my titles as well. Okay, so that's the second change I made. The next change I did was I added more pictures. I added a picture and a video to each page. For those of you who aren't familiar with YouTube, Google owns YouTube, so they love seeing YouTube videos on your site. You don't have to create videos. You can go to YouTube and pull the embed code for a video. It's exactly what I did for this site. And then once your site starts ranking or you get a client, or if it's an affiliate site and it starts getting a lot of traffic, you can actually replace that placeholder video with a video made by you or that you hire someone to do that actually benefits your site and your income. So this right here is a placeholder video. I always start with placeholder videos just in case, I don't end up finding a client or, something happens with the site. It's just okay to do a placeholder video to start, all right? And then for my images, for the alt tag, there's something called an image alt text, and that's just like a text for your image alternate text. I used to kind of stuff my keywords in every single image alt text, and what I did was I came in and I just replaced some of the images with different types of words. And this is what I'm doing with my sites now. I'm just for some images I just use generic text. Like for this one I might say woman selling house or house sale or just maybe real estate, something like that. So don't stuff your main keywords in all your image alt text. Just switch it up, use some generic text, and that was another change I made throughout the site. One of the other things I have listed here is letting your content flow, and this is one of the other major things I did for this site, the last on-page thing that I'll cover. And basically what I'm talking about is, switching up your article length. Like a lot of internet marketers will go and they'll use all 500-word articles in every single page of their site. And I think Google is way caught up to this. I think from what I'm seeing, I think they're looking for sites that have all 500-word articles because it's just not natural. If you're letting your content flow and you have good content, your content's going to vary. Some articles might need to be only 300 words. Some might need to be 700. Some might need to be 1,200. So whether you're writing your content yourself or if you're hiring people out, just let the article be as long as it needs to be. Don't set a cutoff limit or an under limit. Just let it be as long as it needs to be and let your content flow and just really switch it up. It's really important.
Great. We had a couple questions come in while you were talking. Somebody wants to know how important is the URL name extension, i.e. .com, .net, or .org. Yeah, very important. We only use .com, .net, or .org except, and this is Terry's question. It's a great question, Terry. Thank you. Except if we have a client site say in the UK, then we might use .co.uk instead, but only if that client truly only wants local clients, because it will not rank as well in the global results. And if they are looking to get clients from other places, then that's fine. But it is absolutely okay. Mike wants to know: is it okay to use a .org domain for a commercial site? Absolutely, we do it all the time.
And what I'm seeing from the END update is, for the most part, domains that were not .com, .net, .org, it drops significantly. I mean, unless you're unless you're in a local market, like if you're like in the UK and you're going after like a UK company, then it's okay to use .co.uk. So if you're like local, going after a local part, you can use that local domain extension. But for the most part, like .biz, .info, all of those types of domains really took a dip with this update.
All right, great. Now, we're going to get into one more real key on-page lesson. One of the things that we're doing with these sites is they're real simple to build, but we're just doing a few things different on these sites. I know that might have come across. There may have been a few things that Greg said there that came across as a little challenging or a little complicated, but really, it's really just not. It's sort of like when the first time you get your new phone or something like that, and I got the new iPhone 5, and there were just a couple things I needed to work out on how it works, and then from there it's very easy. But the kind of work that we do, it is just real simple. I think of hard work as stuff like hiring movers from moving companies. That's backbreaking work. I think of just being a restaurant, working at a restaurant as a cook or as a waiter or something like that. I think that's hard work. Being a barista at a coffee shop, I think that's hard work because you're not getting a lot of money and you're on your feet all day. With this kind of stuff, we get to work from home. We get to work a few hours a day, kind of enjoyably. I get to I like to be able to listen to my music and just relax and have fun with things. And I like that it's under my control. I really like that it's under my control. That it's something I can just do from home. Greg's got a young man that he's raising. It's real cool for him to be able to be at home with his son and in a safe, clean home that's away from the gang area that he used to live in. So, let us know if, is this starting to make sense? Are things a little bit going over your head? If it is, let us know. We really want to know.
You guys want me to get further into the SEO stuff? I mean, are you guys enjoying the SEO part of it? Just let us know what you think.
Yeah,
we cover what you want.
Yeah, we're checking every question out here, everything that people are saying. More SEO, please. All right, well, I'll tell you what. Tony's finally decided that we're pretty good, so that's good. Good to know, Tony. I'm still waiting on that course, though, Tony. I'm still waiting on that link to that great course where they show all their sites and they're making millions of dollars. I want to see it. I'm excited. Got my wallet out. So, anyways, we got we're not quite 1 hour in, but we're getting up close to that point. Usually, we take a bit of an intermission just so Greg and I, can kind of stretch our legs. We're not professional webinar guys that do these webinars all the time. So, we want to take you through another real key SEO lesson here, and then if you'd like to come in and join us for OMG Machines, we'll let you come in and join us, and then after that, we're going to take a brief 5-minute intermission, and after that brief 5-minute intermission, we're going to get right back into more SEO, and we're starting to get questions about how do you acquire clients like this. Some people are kind of interested. How do I get a client? That sounds pretty good. We actually got an email in from Richard a few days ago, and Richard just joined us with OMG Machines about a month ago, and in that month's time, he's billed $28,000 in local SEO. It really just took off and exploded for him, and we're going to get inside a little bit about how to do that. So it's going to be pretty neat. So Greg, do you want to get a little bit into the 6th ranked website in the world? I think that would be a good lesson to get into. Does anybody know what the 6th ranked website in the world is? We're going to go over to Alexa, and we're going to click in on this in just a second. Let's have your guesses. I'll give you a hint. Number 1 is Google. What do you think the number 6th ranked website in the world is? Let's find out. Gary says Apple.com. That's a good question. Rick got it right out of the bat. Pinterest. Somebody else says, Isabel says Pinterest. Got a few people who looked it up because they already knew the answer. Den the Godfather says YouTube. YouTube is actually number 3, Den. Brian and Mary got it. Rick got it. Sandy says Amazon. The answer is Wikipedia. Wikipedia. Now, the crazy thing about this is if you look at the rest of the top 10 here that Greg is showing you, Wikipedia is the one website in this entire top 10 that has no way of its own of getting traffic. It doesn't run advertisements. In fact, the only way that how do people find Wikipedia? Type in your search box. Why, how do people find Wikipedia? How did it become, out of all the websites in the world, number 6 if it doesn't run advertisements? Yahoo runs like a big online newspaper. YouTube serves up all these videos. Windows Live, that comes with every single PC. Every single PC that people buy just starts with Windows Live. Brian says referrals. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. They get referrals, but where are they getting most of their referrals from? Goran says everyone links to it. But where do they link to it? They link to it, yeah, exactly. Marshall got it. It's from Google. It's from searches. Searches from Yahoo and Google and Bing, and that makes it a real special site. And that is because these search engines just eat Wikipedia up with a spoon. They love it. They love it. They love the way it's organized. They love the content. And Greg is going to show you how we've kind of hijacked that lesson from Google and wired that into our sites and turned our little sites into little money-getting wikis.
All right, so let's go over to Google and take a look at a Wikipedia page here. So we go to bodybuilding Wikipedia. We see they have a major authority listing. Let's go click into this. And if you notice when you look in here, there's something that's very obvious about this first paragraph, and it's that they have about 20 links just in the first paragraph, maybe 5 sentences, and they have 20 links right here. The thing about these links is these are all links to other Wikipedia pages, okay? They're linking to themselves, all right? So if we want to know who Phil Heath is, we just click on Phil Heath. That's who Phil Heath is. He's obviously a very big guy. That's all of his stats, where he was born, all that. And then everything connected to, what was his name again? Phil Heath. Phil Heath was born wherever. He went to the University of Denver. If you want to know, about Jamal Crawford or National Physique Committee, everything, they have their site so organized and they're so good at interlinking, and this is who I structure my sites after. If you noticed, one of the things with the EMD up here is proper internal linking. Very, very important that you properly internal link. And Mike, I didn't realize I had a Wikipedia up here. That's maybe where some people have been getting this, because I have one of those. I didn't ever notice that. So internal linking is very, very big, and I'm going to go over an example of my site and explain why it's so important right now. So let's scroll down here to my gold site. As you can see, all these links in here, and these are all internal links. Let's just choose one, this Roth IRA one. So This link goes to another page of my site about a Roth IRA. Okay, at this page, I describe what a Roth IRA is, and I go into detail about a Roth IRA. So when you do this interlinking, it's doing three major things for your SEO. The first thing is it helps you decrease your bounce rate, and a bounce is when someone comes to your website and they just leave. You know, they don't visit any other page on your website, they just come and they leave. So that's a bounce, and when you internal link properly, it can really help decrease that because people can easily visit other pages of your site. So that's the first thing it does. The second thing it does is it actually helps you rank for this keyword. You know, a lot of people have the misconception that you can't help yourself rank for keywords by linking to your own page of your own site or to other pages of your own site, and that's very false because you can definitely help yourself rank. This is one of the ways that Wikipedia ranks for so much stuff is because they do so much interlinking and they rank for it, or they do it so well. All right, so that's one of the major things it does. It helps you rank for the keyword. And again, a lot of people really don't understand that because I've had plenty of sites where I just have internal linking and they're on the first page. Of course, you know, there are more non-competitive terms. You have to add on, you know, outbound links for the when you start getting a medium and high level competition. But internal linking can really drive up your SEO power. So the third thing it does is, and again, another very misunderstood part of internal linking is it can actually help you avoid duplicate content penalties on your own website. Okay. So let me explain that a little bit. You know, I have some students, some coaching students that, you know, have very large websites, really good content. You know, they have a lot of good stuff going on their sites, and a Panda update will come, and their website will get penalized, and they don't understand it. And I look at everything looks good, and then when you look deeper, you see stuff like they're not internal linking, and they run into duplicate content. Okay, so what that means is, you know, I already have this page about a Roth IRA, so when I mention a Roth IRA again, since I already have content on it, I just link to it. Okay, what I don't want to do is go into a very detailed description again a second time what a Roth IRA is, or even a third or fourth time, and people do it all the time without realizing it. All you have to do to avoid that possible penalty and help yourself, on the other hand, is simply link to it. Because again, you already have that content. There's no need to explain it again. If someone wants to know what a Roth IRA is, they just simply click on that Roth IRA link. It's right there for them. Again, no need to go on explaining it a second time because you can really hurt yourself and help yourself by linking to that page instead.
Okay, great. Let's see. So it looks like some light bulbs are going on, which is really, really good. And does everyone know why it is that Google cares so much about time on site and whether you bounce or not, you know, this idea of bounce rate? Why is that important to Google? Mary Louise is very helpful, by the way. Thank you, Mary Louise. Sandy says, good explanation about duplicate content. Very good. So why is it that Google wants sites that people are spending a lot of time on, clicking on a lot? They have lots of opportunity to interlink and kind of flow around the site and everything like that. So let's see. We're getting a lot of answers here. See if you're giving people what they want. The longer on site means more useful. Quality. Google wants quality. A lot of people want, yeah, they do. They do. You're right. They want quality, but why does Google want quality? Because they are greedy. Because Google's greedy. How much money is Google making per year? Yep, some people started typing it in here. Marshall said Google ads. Gorgon said ads. Google makes lots of money on ads, Mary Louise says. Exactly. How much money does Google make per year on ads? How much did they make?
Smart group here, by the way. You got a very smart group.
Definitely on the ball. So how much money did Google make in 2011 on their paid advertising? Let's get some guesses on this. See, and don't look it up. Everyone's looking it up. This is why we don't provide prizes for these kinds of things. 56 gazillion, Marshall said. It's not quite 56 gazillion. So the answer, John says 7 billion. Sandy says more than me. Mary Louise says lots of dollars. Jim says $400 million. Good guesses, some good guesses. The answer for 2011 is $37.9 billion that they pulled in off of their ads. And 2012, they're up by 41%. So they are bringing in huge amounts of money. And the reason why is because people are clicking on their ads. Sandy says, yikes. But see, that's the thing is there really is a huge opportunity to join forces with Google. And that's what we're doing with our sites. These sites are, you know, think of them as a way that you can join forces with Google because we're helping them get these numbers. You know, if you can kind of imagine one situation where somebody sits down, they go to a website, they stay on that website for 2 seconds, they leave the website in disgust, they close their browser, they go watch TV. How much money does Google make at that point? They make zero, right? Whereas if they go to one of your sites and they're clicking around and they're filling in their name and email address and they're watching a video and they're signing up for your offer, then Google's like, wow, it's a pretty cool site. That is a pretty cool site.
Yeah, and Mike, if you look at just the gold example I did, I mean, people are paying $30 per click, and this is just one keyword in one niche. You know what I mean? So that just shows you how much they make with pay-per-click advertising.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, what's happening is Google is making all of its money on that free area. You see, when people leave your site and they're satisfied, then Google has discovered that if they leave your site satisfied, they're going to look at other sites. They're going to try to click on something else. So if you're the #1 ranked site and people are loving it and they're clicking and they're clicking, they leave your site, they're going to go over and click on some pay-per-click ads. And that really is what happens, that people really like. That's why people at Google really like our style sites that we have, and it's really impressive to them. They really like it, and that's why Google kind of joined forces with us. And our sites, you saw Greg's earnings. These are day after day, week after week, month after month, and update after update. In the last 2 major updates, we lost just a handful of sites, and most of the sites that we lost are right back up as good or even better than they were before. And in the meantime, our competition, they're shuttering their stores. There's one of the fastest declining industries out there are people who, these old school SEO, like local SEO businesses that don't have this potent information that we have. They're not able to retain their clients. I got a call today from a gentleman in Arkansas, and he does local SEO for dentists, and he has an outsourcing firm that he was using that he's paying $500 a month to, and they ain't getting his sites ranked. It's just not working, and he's going to have to close up shop if he doesn't. Well, I mean, he's not going to have to, actually, because he joined us and he just was calling to thank me and Greg, because now he realized he's not going to lose his business. So there's a lot of opportunity for you if you know how to do this stuff. Now, what we're going to do now, before we take a brief 5-minute intermission, we're going to come back. We're going to talk more about SEO. We're going to talk more about links, getting quality backlinks to our site, and that's another really important part of SEO, and getting ranked. And we're also going to talk about a really potent client getting technique. Now remember, you can use what we're showing you. Don't forget, back an hour ago, what Greg and I were showing you, we were showing you our top ranked client sites, our top ranked affiliate sites where we were making money from affiliate offers on autopilot. Now we've been focusing for a while on local sites, but it works for both. And we're going to show you a real powerful client getting technique after a brief intermission. So,
and Mike, if we get enough interaction, I'll also go into one more powerful SEO technique that's a little more advanced if we get enough interaction. That's what I usually like to do.
Okay, great. And Mary Louise wants to know, will OMG methods work for non-local, i.e. national or international clients? Absolutely, Mary. Absolutely. Miss Annie says, more? This is great. That's awesome. All right, so we have lots more to come. First, what we're going to do, there's a lot of people that have been with us for over an hour, and the clock's ticking. They had a very short window of time to visit with us. So what we're going to do is we're going to allow you to join us and have a few seconds to look things over, and then come on in and join us. And then we're going to take a 5-minute intermission, and then we're going to come back with much more. So, Greg, can you go to omgmachines.com/Hugh, H-U-G-H, and I'll type that into the chat bar. So this is omgmachines.com/Hugh, and that's where we have a special page set up. And what I'm going to do is walk you through what's going on here. Now, first of all, the way this whole OMG Machines thing came about, I've been in the online marketing world for years. I've had a successful business for years, and I've had a lot of people come to me and ask me for coaching. And it's not something that I just particularly wanted to do on my own. It's a lot of responsibility, and I wanted somebody else to work with and to bounce ideas off of, and to help shoulder some of the load when it comes to things. Now, most people don't know this, but the usual method of coaching involves hiring outside businesses, usually in Utah, and those businesses then hire quote-unquote coaches for about $18 an hour, and those coaches they're not internet marketing experts. They're just they're just people who are looking in the one ads for a job, and then they get some training and they become coaches. And I think, I understand that, but it's not really something that I wanted to do myself. I didn't want to go to one of those companies. I really believe that the more successful your coach is, the more they've done it themselves, the more they can provide you with guidance and opportunity. And so when I saw the kind of money that Greg was making, and I realized he's making the kind of money that I'm making, and we're both making 6 figures a month, I just thought, man, Greg would be the best person to put together a coaching program with. So I approached Greg about it, and Greg, actually on the private Bring the Fresh forum, Greg has over 1,000 posts. He's a really generous guy. He's really active, really loves answering people's questions. He's helped so many people, and I just thought he'd be the perfect person to join forces with. So I asked Greg if he would do me the honor of putting together a coaching program with me, and thank goodness Greg accepted, and we worked for 4 long months, bolting together just a tremendous, tremendous coaching package. And it's in the $2,000 range, but it's sold out. That's not what we're here to take you inside of today. We may open it up at some other point in the future, but it is currently sold out. And that's the problem. We realized we had this tremendous, tremendous coaching program that should cost along the lines of $10,000, and only a few dozen people were ever going to be able to take advantage of it. And we didn't like that thought. And so Greg and I extracted several full and complete modules from our coaching course, and we put it into an ebook and now a membership area with ongoing training that we call OMG Machines. And OMG Machines is what you have the opportunity to join us today with. It's extremely wallet-friendly. Now, I got to give you full disclosure. This is the kind of product that we could have offered for $1,000 or $19.97. We're not going to charge anything near that. There's going to be a very significant price increase in just the next couple days. But for now, you can still join us for just $148. And let me let you know, and there's no one-time offers. Once you join, you're not going to go to another sales letter. That's it. In the future, if you want to join us for OMG No Holds Barred coaching, if we open that back up, then we're happy to have you. We welcome you with open arms. But for now, this is all that there is on the table. It's the only thing that you can join, and it's full and complete, and it's excellent. So here's the deal. Inside of OMG Machines, we're going to show you how to pick and register the right website and provide significant insight into understanding keywords and niches. We're going to show you how to set up your website, how to understand, how to make it look and feel sharp. We're going to show you how to make it convert. We'll show you ways that you can attract local clients in the areas you live in, including a script of what you can say to them and what questions they're likely to ask and how to address those questions. We're going to provide examples of great deal types that you can structure clients with, like if the dentist wants you to help them get new customers. Now, we're also going to show you how to find affiliate links, because this is both for local and for affiliate. We're going to show you examples of principles, how we convert visitors into customers for profitable affiliate websites, which you can do either instead of or in combination with profiting from helping local clients. Then we're going to show you how to start doing search engine optimization very inexpensively. We will not, in the shortcut, teach you absolutely everything that we know about search engine domination, because that sort of in-depth training typically requires personal support and some advanced techniques that are more appropriate for the full no-holds-barred coaching course. But what we will show you and teach you inside of the shortcut will be complete, extremely useful, and more than sufficient for excellent profits. We're going to show you a complete series of over a dozen videos in which Greg shows you every moment that he spends to ranking SeattleRealestates.org to #1 using Web 2.0 techniques and several other advanced techniques. You'll be able to go to Google, type in the site's main keywords, and see it there for real. And you're going to have immediate access to a wonderful membership area, including a detailed ebook and many videos. You'll be able to be able to attend several live internal recurring webinars for extra support and training, and you'll have access to the replays of those webinars. We just did one of these on Tuesday, and people went completely nuts. They just love them. We do not promise to do unlimited coaching via email for Shortcut members. It's simply impossible for us to find the time to do that, but supporting you is very important to us, which is why we hold these live webinars regularly. And Greg, if you can scroll down a little bit so I can see the rest of the page and walk people through this stuff. You can join us. You can get instant access for $148, and wait, there's more. There's a temporary benefit that, if you're live on this event right now, that you can get access to. We're going to be pulling out basically a lot of material and going through quite a significant price increase in the next couple days. But if you are hearing this right now, if you're seeing this right now live with us, or if you're watching this during a replay, then the deal is on. You'll be able to get both the old material, the material that we're pulling out of OMG machines, and you'll get the brand new material we've just added. You'll get it all one place and complete, and you'll be able to take advantage of our our much lower price, which is $148. Greg, I'd like to actually take people inside of the OMG Machines membership area. Does that work for you? Can you pull that up?
Sure.
I want you to see what this looks like. Obviously, we can't. OMG, by the way, stands for One Man Gang, because we want you to be a one-man gang. How much of the work will you outsource? Sandy, Greg and I both made well into six figures before we ever did any outsourcing. But we do, show you how to take things to the next level and outsource even a little bit more. We also show you inside of OMG Machines how to do things 100% free. We have an extraordinary Squidoo training course that one of our members, making $6,000 a month, and he's making hundreds of dollars a month with Squidoo, 100% free, showed us how to do. And it uses the same OMG methods that you're going to use in our membership area. Now, what people just love about this membership area, besides how quick and easy it makes to rank a website and make money, they love the organization, and they love that we're always expanding it and streamlining it. So when you go into the OMG members area, there's an introduction video by me, and then we take you inside of the latest Google update. Then we take you inside of Squidoo, affiliate profits, and backlinks. And then we get right into keywords, niches, and domination, and take you all the way through building your site up, making money with it, and including how to turn visitors into customers.
And by the way, that Seattle real estate agent site you saw, we take you from beginning to end with that site. From when I register the domain, every step I take to rank it, every single step of the way that I did with that site is on video over the shoulder.
Yeah, exactly. So then, Greg, can you click it on lesson 1? I want to show you all how this is kind of organized. So when you go inside of lesson 1, there's a lesson 1 that orients you about keyword research. And then what we do is we take you inside. For example, can you click on the keyword niche and understanding link there? Greg and I sat down for several videos to go through exactly how it is that we do keyword research for local and for affiliate markets. And we take you, this is what we do when we're kind of over-the-shoulder videos. You get to see us live on video, but you also get to see what's on our screen as we discuss things. And I think it's pretty rare to have a couple of guys who are so successful just sit down with you personally like this and take you through keywords and understanding. And we take you all the way from keyword understanding and ranking your site. But we also, again, we want to have all the dots connected for you. So, Greg, can you go back to the lesson 1 the OMG members home? And I want to take people inside of lesson 4. I want to take people inside lesson 4. This is turning visitors into customers. And so, again, this has a nice introduction where I walk you through the basics of conversion. And then I take you inside of something called matchmaker pages. And this is the way that we turn both affiliate and local sites into money-getting websites that really, really convert. And then we also have this wonderful website makeover. This is one of my favorite parts of the whole website. If you like the graphics that you're seeing on our various websites, I did them myself personally. And I actually show you exactly how it is that I do that, including a number of custom done-for-you templates that plug right into that mantra theme that I showed you. So there's several videos in there, and they are really, really cool. In my opinion, they're more than worth the price of entry to this course. So it's a lot that you get. Again, you get this. You also get ongoing webinars with us. We do customer-only webinars about once or twice a month, and that's just me and Greg going through stuff with people. It's not, we're not inviting a bunch of people on to sell you stuff or this or that. We're just walking you through how it is that you can make money. Barbara wants to know, can this be used to promote Amazon? Absolutely. And by the way, the Squidoo stuff, it's no joke. It's really, really powerful, both for search engine and for directly making money. And the reason I bring that up is we also show you how to do Amazon and eBay inside of Squidoo, which is really, really cool, or you can do it on your website. So this is what we have. We really want you to come in and join us. And what I also want you to do is to introduce you to some of the people who've already come in and joined us. So we're going to go over to omgmachines.com/blog. By the way, the place to join is omgmachines.com/Hugh. That's where you can come in and join us. And Greg is going to take you over to our blog, omgmachines.com/blog. and he's going to click in on the Who Else Wants to Be a One-Man Gang post. And if you go over to there, first of all, you can see that there's a video, a biography. The biography channel ran a biography show on me and Greg, and this is a short excerpt from that show. It's about 8 minutes or something like that, and it's just some people commenting on our shortcut and how much they liked it and how much it helped them. And below this post, you'll see dozens and dozens and dozens of comments from people, from ordinary people. A lot of them are on Facebook. A lot of them are our members. Most of them are our members who are kind of ranting and raving about how great it is. And then about 100 more just ordinary blog comment. And just people who just appreciate what we're doing and who started making money, like Mike McKay, who's up towards the top of things. Mike let us know just a few days ago that when he got into internet marketing about a year ago, he was just hoping to make $500 an extra a month because he thought that would just change his life. And now he's making, since he's joined OMG just a month ago, he's now making $2,000 a month, which I think is really, really great. So let us know if you have any other questions. What we're going to do now is this is, by the way, omgmachines.com/blog. I know we're kind of moving at a fast pace. What we're going to do now is Greg and I are going to take a brief 5-minute intermission, and during this brief 5-minute intermission, it's just going to be quiet. And then we're going to come back after 5 minutes. We're going to stretch our legs. We're going to have lots of new energy, and we're going to take you inside of more about SEO, more local client getting, and if you can kind of bribe Greg with your enthusiasm and excitement, he's going to take you inside of one more bonus lesson. We want you to come in and join us. This is a simple and easy, quick process. You can start just with a few minutes a day. It's absolutely beginner friendly, and this is the kind of thing that you can scale up to have it be a full-time career and really, really make a lot of money. And we love it when people do that. It happens all the time. Gordon says, "Be quick, come back." So come and join us, and we will be back in just after 5 minutes of silence, and we will be back to take you through more about client getting, more about SEO, and if the enthusiasm is there, a bonus lesson that Greg will take you inside of. So we will be back in just 5 minutes. You can join us at omgmachines.com/Hugh, and you can check out our blog at omgmachines.com/blog. All right, we will be back in just 1 minute, or 5 minutes. 5 minutes, and we will be back. All right, I don't know if that was 5 minutes or not, but I am back. This is Mike. Gordon says, Gordon, who said, be quick, said he also joined us, so that's great. Giving you a chance to already dip inside of OMG machines. Let us know if you have a look what you think. We actually had a bunch of people join us during the break, which we think is really, really cool. We got just a bunch of people join us today overall, actually, just from this event. But anyways, it's really, really great. Appreciate Ron, Barry, Tanya, Goran, Dustin, Dale, Gina, Tim, Keith, James, Mike, Chev, Bob, Brian. We appreciate all of y'all. Really like it. So glad you're getting inside of stuff. So what we're going to do now is we enjoyed the intermission. Let us know, by the way, if you got a chance to go over to our blog and check things out, what you thought about it. Also, let us know if you have some questions about OMG machines and joining us here. We actually have a number of bonuses that you get if you join through Hugh's link, and you just email support@omgmachines.com to collect your bonus. And what we're going to do now is we're going to get right back to work. We're going to take you inside of even more training here. So we're going to teach you more SEO, a local client getting technique, and we're going to take you inside of a bonus opportunity depending on whether we're up, Barry. You just joined us. That's great. What did you have to do, Tanya, for the bonus? You have to send your receipt to support@omgmachines.com. It's support.
Is it support or OMG?
It's support now. Oli is taking care of it now. Yeah. Makes it a little easier on me. So it's support@omgmachines.com. And again, we'd love to have you. We'd love to have you come in and join us. So, Greg, do you want to get inside of more SEO or client getting? What's more fun to people?
You guys want to know about client getting first or more SEO?
Let's see what we're getting here.
No one yet. No one. SEO. So one says SEO. SEO.
More SEO.
SEO. Okay.
SEO. Okay, they're all coming now.
All right, cool. We'll go with SEO then. All right, so we talked about some on-page. I'm going to get into some off-page now. So let's bring back up this little tablet here, and I want to get into anchor text. Now, some people who know about SEO may say, well, why you focus on anchor text? Like, I want to get to the big stuff. Well, this is the big stuff right now. Anchor text variation and how you vary your anchor text is one of the most important things with SEO right now. I've actually had sites that just weren't varied enough with their anchor text, and all I did to bring them back was vary my anchor text more. And I'm going to show you just how I did that. Sorry if I'm out of breath. I was running around my house during my intermission, so if I'm short on breath, that's why. I'm not going to go into exactly how we get our links because that would be like a webinar in itself, and we teach that within OMG machines. But I think covering this alone, can really help you out. So let's take the Baton Rouge Architects site, for example. For this site, as I said, my main keyword is Baton Rouge Architects, okay? So just keep that in mind when I go over this. When I first start my linking, I set up my site, and I wait to start linking about 2 weeks in or so. So, I let my site age just a couple weeks or so, get some content on there, maybe a post and a couple pages, and then I'll start my linking process, okay? So when I break it down, I put it into 3 different groups. As you can see, I have normal keywords, generic keywords, and URL links. So normal keywords is your main keyword, and then it's variations of your main keyword like LSI versions, synonyms. And then you can even take it further and go into stuff like that's in the greater category. So, I could talk about like architecture tips or building tips, whatever category your keyword's in. So like make money online. If that was your keyword, make money online is in the online business category, which is in the business category. So if your keyword was make money online, you would build stuff like make money online, earn cash on the internet, and then to jump up a category, you'd say like maybe online business tips, then even further stuff like business tips and business information and stuff like that. And that would all go with your normal keywords, okay? The second group is generic keywords, and that's stuff like click here, more information, learn more, this page, this site, visit this link. And this is important because when people are naturally building links to your site, they use this type of stuff. If if someone comes to my website and they like what they see, and then they go write about it, they'll say, I visited this website today. It was awesome. It had all the information I needed. If you want to, if you want to check it out, click here. Or, visit this link or learn more here. So when people are naturally linking to you, they use this type of stuff. So it's really important that you work this into your anchor text. The third group is URL links, and people think of these as like branded anchor text. And a lot of people do build URL links, but one thing they don't do is they don't build different types of URL links, which is, again, has given me a very big competitive edge because people just don't do this. So, if someone builds links like this, if Joe Bob builds links, he always does www.batonrougearchitects.net for his links. Usually when he builds his URL links, he'll build them all like this, okay? But what I take into consideration is Google is looking for natural SEO. They're looking for people to naturally link to you, okay? When people naturally link to you, they use all different ways of URL. Some people do it like this. Some people do it like that with the slash in the end. Some people add the www. Some people add that with the slash. Some people just do the HTTP. Some do that with the slash. And some people do all of it, okay? And then some people do all of it with the slash on the end. So when I do my URL links, I mix all 8 ways. I don't just focus on one type of URL link because, again, if people are naturally building links to you, if you're getting up to the hundreds of links or thousands of links, you're not going to have all the same type of URL link from thousands of different people or hundreds of different people. You're going to get a mix of all of these different types of links. So, that's what I focus on when I build my links. And again, I want you guys to know how important anchor text is right now. If you can get your anchor text right, you've won about 80% of the battle. Like I said, most of the sites that I've looked at that aren't ranking, it's because their anchor text is just not broken up enough. All they focus on is like normal keywords, and they might just have like a couple. They might just have like this URL link, and I tell them, look, go build your generic keywords in there. Like I call it diluting your anchor text. Go dilute your anchor text with generic keywords and different URL variations, and pretty much every time that solves the problem of ranking their site. Of course, it depends what's going on, but a lot of times this is the problem I see. So this is a great model to follow. I use it on all of my sites now. And then once you're like 2 or 3 months in, then you can start focusing more on your normal keywords because you already have that variation in place. You already have that. You widen your anchor text. You've gained Google's trust. You have that wide variation, and then you can kind of focus more on those normal keywords. Most people just aren't patient enough to, do that initial 2-month period and then go to the normal keywords. Most people go right to normal right away, and it's just not working anymore. You got to really, really vary it up nowadays. And again, I can't show you, I'm not going to show how we build the links exactly because it would just take too long, but we do show that within OMG machines.
And Mary's asking, are we talking about outbound links? We're actually talking about links coming into our site. So
Yes.
If another website is linking into our site, then one of the things that we're trying to do is make sure that the text of that link is varied out and spread out, because what people normally do, and this is a disaster nowadays, but what they normally do is they just put the keyword that they're trying to rank for. So if it's like gold IRA, then they'll have like 1,000 links coming into their site, and like half of those links, or 75% of those links, or even worse, 100% of those links will just say gold IRA. And the thing is, that doesn't look natural to Google at all. And so what Greg is talking about here is when we are getting links to our site, it turns out that we can actually rank with very, very few links. If we have our website set up the way that Greg showed you, with a great internal linking and having a video here and there and a picture here and there, and the structure that we show you inside of OMG machines, and especially if we make sure to be careful with our links. We don't have to have a lot of them, but we need them to be just kind of a certain way. And Greg really showed you, he really spelled out for you, one of those ways of doing it, which is really varying up the anchor text. This is such a critical thing. And see, the great news about this is that it turns out that even one keystroke difference can be all the difference between you ranking and not ranking and being real successful. It can be one keystroke can be the difference between you getting dozens of extra visitors a month or even hundreds of extra visitors per month, just one keystroke.
And that little slash on the end is a perfect example, just including that little slash in some different variations. Like, Sandy said, I would have never thought of that. Well, that's what's making the difference nowadays in SEO, is just those little technical details, where if you just get those little details right, you can rank so much better, just so much more powerful.
Yeah, and now you might be wondering, and this would be an understandable question, but you might be saying to yourself, well, how do they know this stuff? Like, how do Mike and Greg know this stuff so well that they can, just rank sites? Well, we have, I mean, gosh, Greg alone has over 800 websites that are ranked. And so he has so much data to work with and to compare. I have hundreds more sites, and as we've joined forces, we just have an incredible amount of data. I mean, there's not really other people out there that I'm aware of who have the kind of data that we have, and they sure aren't sharing it. If they do have that data, they sure aren't sharing it with other people. So so again, this is really cutting edge, bleeding edge stuff. And now, John, you're asking how do we get all those links to find us? One of the ways is Squidoo. We actually showed you a little bit about that earlier, but we really have a whole big, huge part of our training.
It would take forever. It would take a couple webinars to explain all that.
Yeah, we'd easily need another 2-hour webinar just to explain that alone, and it wouldn't have made a lot of sense if we had just come on this webinar and started blabbing about links and not explain the whole rest of the story. But again, that's why we've created an entire exact spelled out step-by-step shortcut with with all the details spelled out for you, where you also get to watch over our shoulder, because we found that it's one thing to have the exact step-by-step instructions. That's real important, but also it's real reassuring and enjoyable for people to be able to watch over mine and Greg's shoulder as we take every step to ranking a website from scratch, and the test results that we have for conversion, and the way that we make our sites look great, and just having that all in one place, so you're not having to flop around looking for answers and kind of shoot in the dark. I think that's probably the biggest reason why we get so many testimonials, and we just have so many people come into us and thanking us for the kind of training that we have, because we really spelled things out step by step. Now, Greg, did you want? And by the way, if y'all want to join omgmachines.com, that's omgmachines.com/Q is the place to go. Now, Greg, did you want to? Are you wrapped up with that lesson? Did you want to get into client getting? Is that a good?
Yeah.
Good
Let's shoot over client getting. We'll see how the interaction is, and I might cover that last lesson.
Right.
So we talked about, if we go back to Google here and we type in gold IRA, we talked about how these people are all paying per click for their keywords. I think so. One of the guys on this webinar was confused. He's like, "Why would you pay $24 for each visitor?" Or like talking about me, but we're not paying for the visitors. Here's my site right here, and here's my site also at number 4. These are all free. All these people are all free. Okay, Google needs to mix free with paid advertisements. If you watch TV, it can't be all commercials because no one will watch it. So they got to mix the free stuff with the paid stuff here. So we're getting the free traffic. These people are paying for their traffic. Okay, so I just want to clear that up first. So just be aware of that, and we can use this to leverage clients. And again, I'm going to get into this very, very powerful client getting technique that I actually use myself. So let's go to another one of my example sites. It's called Delaware Divorce Lawyers. For those of you who have been through a divorce or even dealt with any kind of lawyer, I'm sure you know that lawyers are very expensive, and we see right away, my site's ranked number 1, okay, so I'm number 1 in the free results, and then we got all these paid advertisers up here and also over to the right, okay. So let's go over to the Google Keyword Tool, and let's do our first step of the investigation, and let's find out what those advertisers are actually paying each time someone clicks on their ad. And this isn't exact, but it's like an average of what each advertiser pays. And actually, someone just told me that it's actually higher than this because it's an average. So the people at the top of the advertiser are actually probably paying more than that because this is an average. But on average, they're paying about $6 per click. Okay, so that means, again, if I go and I click on cheapandfastdivorce.com, if I click this link, it's going to cost them about $6. Okay, so I have a site right here, number 1 for Delaware Divorce Lawyers, and this is powerful because we know right away that there's people willing to pay for this traffic, okay? Not only do we know they're willing to pay for it, but we know how much they're willing to pay for it, okay? So what I do when I approach a client is I show them these steps. I go over to the Google Keyword Tool. I show them, how much traffic it gets and, other keywords I rank for. I tell them, look, I know this is what you're paying, probably even more if you're one of the top advertisers. And I want to show you my traffic and what I'm willing to do for you. So let's go over to the traffic for this site. This is just in the C panel of my site, very easy to get to. And let's bring up a calculator here. Okay. We see in November I got about 1,200 uniques and about 25, almost 2,600 total visitors. Now you could actually use this total number. Okay, I could use this total because advertisers are paying per click, but some of this traffic's from bots, and to be safe and to be on the low side, just give just an underestimate. We'll go with 1,200. Okay, so I'll show them that number. 1,200 visitors. If you were getting this traffic, you would be paying $6 per click, right? So if you were getting the same traffic I was, or the same amount of traffic I was, you'd be paying $7,200 per month for this traffic, right? And they're getting the same traffic because their ad shows up when someone types this in. My site shows up when someone types this in. So it's the same traffic that I'm getting, okay? But what I'm going to do is I'm going to offer it to them for less. And I'm going to offer it to them for about half the price, even less. So I'm going to say, how would you like that same traffic for less than half the price? 40% of that price. So the same traffic you would be paying over $7,000 for, I'll give you for under $3,000 a month. All right, and that's very powerful, again, because we know they're already paying double that amount for the traffic they're getting. So if we can come in, show them our website's already ranked, we're already getting tons of traffic. Not only that, but we're going to give it to them for less than half of what they're already paying for them. It's extremely powerful for getting clients because, like I said, they're already paying double that. So why wouldn't they want to go with traffic that's the same traffic for less than half that price? So really, really powerful stuff for getting clients.
And let me take you inside why what Greg is saying is so powerful. These businesses, the lifeblood of these businesses is getting new customers to their websites, getting new customers in the doors. Otherwise, they're going to have to close their businesses. A divorce lawyer, a new client can be worth $25,000. For the average dentist, a new client can be worth $3,000 on average. That's not the high end; that's the average number. And for a new restaurant, that's going to be a repeat buyer who comes back again and again and again. So it's really, really important for these people to be able to get clients. And so what we're saying is, much like much like your car runs on gas, these businesses, these divorce businesses, and a divorce lawyer or a chiropractor or a wedding photographer, their business is based on visitors. And so your car is based on gas. If you don't have gas, your car's not going to go anywhere. Well, then if you're driving down the street and your gas tank is low, and on one side of the street Mobil Gas is charging $5 a gallon, and on the other side of the street Exxon is having a Christmas sale and it's $2 a gallon, where are you going to go? Obviously you're going to go to the Exxon and pay 40% of the total price. So what we're doing in this case, and Barbara's wanting to know, are we selling the leads on the website? This is just one technique. In this particular case, what we're doing is we're selling them, we're actually renting out the entire site to them. So Greg, could you actually show them an example of what a rented out site would look like?
Yeah, sure.
Maybe
So
Reno wedding photographers.
let's go type in Reno wedding photographers. So, if I got one of those people to come on board with me, and, it's pretty powerful, again, because they're already paying double that, so I'm going to offer it to them for less than half the price. We would take that website and base it around their business. So, say, just imagine this was this company, and, okay, you're willing to give me half that traffic. Sure, I'll take that. So I'm gonna pay you, X amount per month. I put up their website, put up their phone number. That traffic comes to their website, and obviously, they get that business, and they pay me a monthly fee for that business they're getting.
Now, one of the things that we've done is we understand that most of our clients don't already have websites, and so it can be really, really helpful for them if they had a website example like this Reno Wedding Photographers, which, by the way, this guy let us know who's running this site from us. It saved his business, saved his entire business, and he cares. He really cares about his customers. He cares about doing weddings. He doesn't want to go back to working a day job. He wants to shoot weddings. So one of the things that we do for our clients is we allow our clients to use our sites as examples. People who own OMG machines are in a very high-power elite training, and they're working with a couple six-figure per month guys, and we allow them to use our example sites to lure clients, including, by the way, this might kind of sound funny to you, but including our affiliate sites to tempt clients into joining with them. And you might say, well, what is a gold site going to do to land a client? Well, it's kind of a funny thing, a funny story, but it actually started very painfully for me about a month ago. I woke up with a horrible toothache. I woke up with just an absolutely terrible toothache. And I went to the dentist. I went to the person in town who was ranked #1 for dentist in my hometown, and he gave me a root canal, which is normally very painful. But when it wasn't so bad, I was really impressed. And he asked me what I did for my living, and I started talking to him. I'm real passionate about SEO and ranking sites. And I really had gold on the mind. So I showed him some of my gold websites on my iPad. And he was so impressed and so amazed with that. It just really sparked his curiosity. And anyways, to make a long story short, I walked away with $1,000 per month. That's $12,000 per year SEO consulting deal with him. And that was just based on being able to show him an example site. So another method for attracting clients is to show them, really nice sites that are already ranked, and just letting them know, hey, if you want me to do this for you, I'm in a training program that lets me put up sites just like this, and I can do the same thing for you, and you can get a retainer and start making money right away. We had one customer, Brandon, who made money. He made a $3,000 plus $1,000 per month deal. His 2 weeks into things with a local. I don't remember what it was. I want to say it was a dentist as well. Dentist, apparently a very, very good business. So that's those are a couple examples. And again, and Barbara wants to know, is there an OTO? There's not. There's not. We have a very, very limited coaching program that is closed right now. That's sold out, and that's in the $2,000 range. We may open that back up at some point, but other than that, the only thing to get is just OMG machines. It's full and complete. It is more than sufficient for starting to make excellent profits quickly and easily, and something that I think you're really, really going to enjoy. One of the things that I kind of scratch my head about, I find pretty funny, is, I mean, not funny, just kind of like one of the quirks of life, but I hear about all these SEO businesses that are closing their doors, all these local SEO businesses closing their doors because we have so many of their clients coming to us nowadays. And it's the craziest thing, because if they just had, if they just spent $148 and had our course, they wouldn't have to close their businesses. And it's just one of those quirky facts of life. And it's not that we're denying it to them. It's, they just don't know to come and join us.
And Steven's asking, could this work in the UK? And definitely, we got OMG students that are from, Australia, UK, some from everywhere in the world, and there's no reason you can't do this in your area. So no doubt it can work anywhere.
Yeah, and if you want to know if it works, just type in some of the keywords that we're showing to you on your computer, and if they rank #1 and you're in the UK, then you know it works in the UK. This also works on mobile devices. I'm looking on my iPhone right now, and I don't know, let me just type in, let's see, I'll type in Delaware divorce lawyers into the Google window. You can, play along with me if you want to do the same thing. Delaware divorce lawyers in Google, and there it is, #1. Delaware divorce lawyers. Let's try Reno wedding photographers. Type that into my iPhone. Reno.
I'll even show them while you're doing that one more client example site. This site actually was one of the sites that disappeared when the EMD update came. Here's #2. What I did for this site was exactly what I was showing you guys. Now I went to my, I looked at my anchor text, and I was just too heavy on my normal keywords, so I just mixed in the generic and more URL links, and bang, it popped right back up. So I'll actually click into this.
When Greg says bang, by the way, I get these great emails in the morning. Almost every day I'll get a new great subject line from Greg. He'll say, bang, bang, Google loves us. I
could show you 10 more of our example sites all ranked #1. We won't go through them unless people start requesting it.
Yeah, and Mensch is a real good skin. So anyways, if you want to join us, head over to omgmachines.com/Hugh. And we've been at this for just under 2 hours. If anyone wants to see a site that's not being rented out, we can do that.
You actually saw one, the Seattle real estate agents one.
Yeah, a little bit of a full disclosure. Actually, this site just did get rented out, but we haven't switched over the graphics yet. So right now.
There's another, or nursing homes. I mean, here's
by the
another.
way, nursing homes are a big business. And something we want you to know, I think you pointed this out, Greg, but I really want to underscore this. Don't be afraid to approach a big national chain with this SEO.
I actually didn't go over that. Again, here's
Do you want to go over that? Because I think that's a real powerful lesson, because
Yeah,
we want you to
absolutely.
know this isn't just $1,000 a month mom and pop stuff or $2,000 or $5,000 a month. There's really an opportunity to scale up here.
All right, so guys, when I was first starting, I was working a full-time day job, as we discussed. I was working 8 hours a day. I would just come home and I had my son on the way, so it just lit a fire under me. And I was ready to just get things rolling, and I was willing to do whatever it took. So when I first started, I planned to just go after these local businesses, make a few $1,000s extra per month. But I got to thinking, like, why stop at these local businesses? So if we do Delaware divorce lawyers, for example. We have, this is a local company, so they're like a Delaware divorce lawyer company. These people, I think they might be maybe like tri-state area, I'm not sure. But there's companies in here. Let's see if we can find one. Like maybe divorcewriter.com. Also lawyers.com sometimes advertises in here. But a site like this, like divorcewriter.com, this is what Mike's talking about, where don't stop at the local. Like there's companies like divorcewriter.com where they bid across the entire nation, okay, and not just for one keyword, and city. So, they'll do California divorce lawyers, Miami divorce lawyers, Cincinnati divorce lawyers. Then they'll do stuff like, Milwaukee DUI attorneys, and they're bidding on thousands of keywords, okay? So if you go to them and offer them the same traffic they're paying for half the price, this is something that can save them millions of dollars a year for the amount of pay-per-click they do, So don't underestimate yourself. Don't say, I'm just a small SEO, because I started as a small SEO guy. I mean, look where I took it, So if you can just show them, just start with one site, one keyword, and show them you can do this, and you can give it to them for less than half the price, they can eventually give you more keywords. For in this example, I could go to these people, divorceprayer.com, make that offer, and then, it goes well, they could give me all the other 49 states for divorce lawyers, and then, then they want the top 200 cities, and then they want me to go after attorneys and, DUI lawyers and, criminal lawyer stuff. So don't stop at just the local clients. You can take it even higher and go to national.
Yeah, and I got to tell you, Greg and I are both constantly selling out of our capacity. It's crazy to us.
Right now, I'm on a $5 million back order for SEO, so that should tell you, how powerful this can be.
$5 million back order. It's just
$5 million back order.
And hopefully that also helps kind of explain to you why it is that we're willing to spill the beans on this stuff, because we've both got more business than we can handle on our own. So we're really happy to help other people, create their own career at home, which we think is really, really cool. Now, Sandy, you want to know what price we charge per month for renting a site out? Greg showed you a guideline, which is 40% of the pay-per-click cost. It depends on the niche. The dentist site that I went for, I went for $1,000 a month, and he was real comfortable with that. He was spending $1,600 a month on radio ads, and he realized that I was going to be able to get him a lot more traffic. And there's all of these keywords. You got to think about, Greg, can you show all the different keywords that say, I don't know, Baton Rouge Architects ranks for? You got to see how many keywords these sites rank for.
That's the other thing, we showed you Gold IRA Invest, which is like an authority site, but you can take these small sites and kind of turn it into a mini authority site. So, I showed you the keyword Baton Rouge Architects. If you type in any keyword based around this, it's pretty much going to be number one. So, if you do if we do find Baton Rouge Architects, or top Baton Rouge Architects, top Baton Rouge Architects, find a Baton Rouge Architect, so all that type of stuff. Then stuff like Baton Rouge Architecture. And by the way, when you're showing this to a client, it's extremely powerful. And then reverse it, architect in Baton Rouge, find an architect in Baton Rouge, architects, and find architects in Baton Rouge, best architects in Baton Rouge. So there's 50 keywords this site ranks for, and when you're showing clients that you just dominate their entire market, it's just so powerful. That mixed with the pay-per-click stuff, and it's just unbelievably powerful.
Yeah, you got to think about it from a standpoint of put yourself in their shoes. Like if you're a dentist, do you want to just rank for Baton Rouge dentist, or do you want to rank for Baton Rouge teeth whitening, tooth pain, tooth extraction, filling? Maybe you offer orthodontics, so you want to get braces, retainers. There's so many things that you rank for children. tooth pain. I don't want tooth pain. I like all these things that people search for, and they really do search for them. And these are ready-made clients. So it's it's really powerful stuff. That I don't know. I mean, it's obviously eye-opening, and we're having tons and tons and tons of people join us. So obviously, I think the light bulb is coming on for a lot of people. The most recent couple are Barbara and Mike. So welcome, Barbara and Mike. We're glad to have you on board. And Barbara wants to know, is this all covered in the members area? It is. It is, Barbara. We really go through everything with a fine-tooth comb. It's
we go very, very much more in detail with it.
Yeah, and we update all the time. We're up to probably around the 20th update, depending on how you count it, in just the last couple of months. So this is a passion project for me and Greg. It's something that we care very much about. We really enjoy testimonials. We really enjoy seeing our customers have success. So Greg, I saw your battery's running low on your computer. I know that you were kind of trying to see if people had a bunch of passion for one last lesson. I'll put a quick plug in there. You can go to omgmachines.com/Hugh if you're one of the few people on this event who hasn't joined us yet for OMG Machines. And really a lot of people have, so we really appreciate y'all. Was there some sort of a test that people could go through, or to let you know that they really wanted to join, or how did you want to do things, Greg?
I don't know. I haven't seen too much interaction in the last 20 minutes. Are people still listening here?
Are y'all listening? Maybe y'all are too busy going through the course, because almost a lot of people have already bought. Mike said, I just thought off the page. Give me more SEO, please. Sandy, how long is the price good for? We're actually going to increase the price anytime now. It could be later tonight, it could be tomorrow, it could be a couple days, but basically as soon as our partner David Mills switches the price, then the price is switched, and then that's that. But if you go to the page and it says $148, then the deal is still on. Goran says that still there.
Yeah, we got some interaction when I said that, so I'll go ahead and cover it. There's quite a few people who bought who are asking to cover this one last thing, so I'm going to go ahead and do it for them especially.
Gary said it was the connection's fault. I'm still here. Okay, let's see.
Right, so
this has been great information. Can you answer my question about using a different email address and not my PayPal address? Barbara, I don't know. We're getting so many questions in. It's a little hard for me to follow. Oh, I found your question. All right, go ahead, Greg. I'll see. All right, Barbara, I'll give you a different link to register with. All right, go ahead, Greg.
All right, cool. So I'm going to show you another site, and this one's a little different. All right, so let's type in New Orleans interior design, another example site I did. And again, here we are ranked #1, of course, above local and everything, as we usually are. And when we go into this site, you're going to notice something a little different about this site. It's laid out differently, and this is something really, really powerful with SEO. I mainly use it for bigger sites, but you can use it for smaller sites. And it's called silo architecture. And when you have silo architecture in place, you can have as little as 10% of the links and outrank your competitors. So you need 1/10 of the links that you would need before having a silo architecture. So obviously very powerful when you do this correctly. So how this works is you basically have to categorize your site into specific categories and keep those categories together. Okay, so for this site, we got blinds and shades, family room and living room, furniture design, kitchen design, and window treatment. So if we go over here to window treatments, this is the silo for window treatments, okay? My general information right here on window treatments, and then my subtopics of window treatments, okay? So like sliding door window treatments, custom window treatments. So all the subtopics of window treatments all on the right-hand side, and nothing else on any of these other 4 topics. So everything about window treatments is all grouped in the window treatment silo, okay? Notice all the window treatment stuff. And if we go click on kitchen design, same thing for kitchen design. The window treatment stuff disappeared, and now it's all kitchen design stuff because this is the kitchen design silo. And when you have your site organized like this, it just gives you so much more SEO power. I can show you guys one more site example that I just started that might help you understand a little more. It's a little more blatant. It's a little more easier to understand. Another site started, I was doing the Insanity workout program, that home workout, and I lost a good amount of weight with it. I started gaining a little weight.
How much weight did you lose?
I've lost about 12 now in the past 2 months. No dieting or anything. Yeah, just total working out. I gained a little weight from from just staying home and working all day. I'd always been in shape my whole life. I didn't like gaining a little bit of weight, so I ordered Insanity, and that kind of got me on track to do this site and just got me motivated to do a health site like this. So how this works is, I set it up into 2 silos currently. I might add some more. I might add like a diet silo, maybe some general information, something like that. I don't know. For now, my 2 silos are supplements and workouts, okay? So, again, I have my information organized into supplements and workouts. So if someone wants to know about supplements, they click on supplements. Here's all your general supplement information, okay? If they want specific supplement information, here's all their specific supplement information. My specific supplements are Muscle Farm, C4, Beachbody, Ultimate Reset, Results in Recovery, and Shakeology, okay? And then my workouts, of course, that talks about general workouts. And then my categories for workouts, or my subcategories, are Beachbody, Body Beast, Brazil Butt Lift, 10-Minute Trainer, P90X, and Insanity. So those are the subcategories of my workout silo. So anytime you can, we teach how to do this in OMG Machines. I just want to kind of introduce this to you because it can be really powerful for your SEO.
Awesome. I think people really like that. That is great. Let's see. White noise. Oh, Gary, I'm sorry. Gary's having some problems hearing us for a second. All right,
hey,
great.
Mike,
well, yeah.
I got to go in about 5 minutes just to kind of give you
I was going to say I got to wrap things up here as well. We scheduled this event for about an hour and a half, and we're over 2 hours. We still have most of the audience with us. We really appreciate it, and lots of new members. So that's really cool. Like, that's fun for us, and we feel like we've really trained you up, and that you've probably learned a lot, because if you didn't learn a lot, you probably wouldn't. Gosh, a lot of people have joined. This is cool. This is cool. Our latest member, by the way, latest couple members are Stephen and Terry. So congrats, Stephen and Terry. We're glad to have you. Glad to have you guys join us. Really appreciate you coming on board. And I mean, this has been a real fun event for us. We've had a great time.
And Goran asking for a Network Empire member. I think it's important that we give credit to Russell Wright for the silo stuff, because we actually learned this from Russell Wright. So Goran, yes, we are very connected with Russell Wright, and we work with him closely.
Yeah. I talk to Russell on the phone frequently. So does Greg, and they're just really terrific. Really terrific.
Definitely credit to Russell Wright for that. He's awesome at this stuff.
Absolutely,
He's who taught us.
Yeah, we work with Russell and Sue and Matt over there. All right. Well, anyways, thank you very much. Tim said I came in late. Is there going to be a replay? I do believe, Hugh, if you're still there, is there going to be a replay on this, or some sort of a...
Yes. If the technology doesn't get the upper hand with me tonight, I will be doing a replay at 9 p.m. EST, and I will definitely, again, if I place the recording and the member site, and I'll definitely email everyone and let them know.
All right, great. And Hugh, did you learn anything, or was this a little bit old hat to you, or how was this event for you?
Well, I mean, to be honest, I kind of know some of the concepts here, but I think you really refined a lot of the technical details that help, that I would have not thought of, because really I kind of paint with broad strokes when it comes to my business, and I don't often focus on all those details. But what you presented, I'm definitely going to buy the program myself, and I want to learn all this stuff just to have it in my arsenal, because I'd like to go and heck, I'd like to make $100,000 a month. I make pretty good money as it is, but I'm not making that much. So
well, I tell you what, Hugh, we'd love to have you as one of our gold affiliates, because we're really proud of our gold affiliate program, and knowing the top-notch stuff. And I saw a lot of great comments, a lot of warm comments from your subscribers here who have great things to say about you and who give you testimonials. So we're glad that you're joining us, and yeah, we're glad you're joining us, and we want to see you come inside and really kill it for us as a gold affiliate, and we'll be proud to count you among our new membership. And we have a lot of people on this event who have joined us already. So really appreciate everyone who's joined us. And I guess, Greg, do you want to pull up that page one last time, omgmachines.com/Hugh? That's where to come join forces with Hugh and come become an OMG Machines member. And remember to email us at support@omgmachines.com to claim your bonus. Again, as long as the price says $148, then the deal is on. That is also special because when we switch over the price to the higher price, we're actually going to be pulling several content modules out. So that'll signal to you when you see that $148 price that you'll not just be able to join us at the discounted price, but you'll also be getting several extra modules, and you'll also be able to get Hugh's bonus that we've generously provided for you. So, anyways, thank you very much for joining us. We're really getting lots of if you want to share your thank yous right now, we'd love to see them. We're suckers. Greg and I'll tell you this all day long. We're suckers for testimonials. We really are. We love hearing how much you enjoy yourself. So hopefully you did enjoy yourself. Let us know. Let's see. Sandy, you want to know how many sites to make 100K a month? Well, Greg has a lot of sites at this point. Oh, Terry, brilliant presentation. Thank you, Terry.
Yeah, but I started with no sites, so.
Yeah. Just over a year ago, Greg was at 0 sites, and I do mine with slightly less number of sites, a few hundred less actually. So it just depends. It's not a straight line thing. Brian says thanks. A lot of really great comments here. Really thank you for all the thank yous. We appreciate that. It's fun for us. We had fun on this event, and we hope that it was kind of gainful and beneficial to you, and that you learned a lot as well. So I think what we're going to do, that site to join us is omgmachines.com/Hugh. We really welcome you to come inside, join Hugh, and come and join forces with us at OMG Machines. It's been a wonderful, wonderful crowd. A lot of people come and join us, so we know that we're going to be lifelong friends with you. You're going to get lifetime updates with us, and we'll be happy to share those with you. We're shortly going to be posting our next Insider webinar that you'll get free access to, where we do in-depth site reviews and site makeovers and all kinds of different stuff. By the way, Brian says, and thank you, Hugh, star, man. That's really cool, Brian. I love seeing you be so appreciative. That's great. Saw well over half the people that joined us at the peak of the event, so obviously people enjoyed ourselves. Greg and I enjoyed ourselves, and so thank you very much. Again, that website is omgmachines.com/Hugh to come and join and get Hugh's bonus. And we want to thank you so much. I want y'all to know that I say a prayer before the event begins. I'm a Christian. It's very important to me. And I think about your success. I think about Greg, and wish Greg and his family health and happiness and success. And our partner David Mills. And I think about our folks like Hugh that introduce us to people like you. But we also just think about your individual success. Very, very important to us, and we want to see you be extremely successful in this program. So we're so glad that so many of you are joining forces with us. So thank you very much. Really, really appreciate it. And we will see you on the inside of OMG Machines.
All right, good night, everyone. Thank you, Hugh.
Hey, thank you, guys. That was awesome. And thanks to everyone for coming. Thanks for giving me the chance to share this with everyone.
Awesome. Yeah, no, we really had we just really had a great time, and it's just fun for us to do these events. So thank you very much, and whether you're joining us live or if you're joining us on the replay, we look forward to seeing you come inside and join forces with us. And the next time you see me and Greg, it will be probably on one of our OMG Machines internal webinars, or of course inside of our wonderful membership area, where we want to see you really spread your wings and start banging out the big bucks. All right, guys, thanks very much. Thank you, Greg. Always an honor, as you know, every single last time. And Hugh, really loved the event. And to each individual in this event, we really care about you. Want to see you be successful. We'll see you on the inside.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, Greg and Mike, and good night, everyone.